Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much more, but most importantly, the story itself. Coming soon from Gamble Comics, BC Brute. Smackdown on 3/13 of 2003. It begins with Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero coming out, and they are fuming.
Los Guerreros fuming?
Can't
believe it.
They are mad, but they're not going to be mad for long, because Los Guerreros get to put their hands on the APA, Farouk and Bradshaw, two of the men that interfered and prevented the main event of last week from being all that it could be.
This is the first time Bradshaw and Eddie have touched in our world.
I believe so. Well, it's funny that you say that, though, because to me, that wasn't the big story of the match.
Well, no, it was just something I thought about.
Absolutely, and that's good. I mean, it's good that you think that, because, you know, they did have a prolific rivalry within the real world.
Absolutely.
But the story I'm telling here tonight in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, is the story of, yes, Eddie is out for revenge, but he's also out to prove something to Chavo. And that is working together is beneficial for both of them. And so, it's crazy because Eddie, so I feel like Eddie Guerrero and Randy Savage have something in common.
Let me hear it.
They wrestle bigger than they are.
Yeah, that's valid.
So both Randy Savage and Eddie Guerrero wrestle bigger than their stature. Yeah. They carry themselves in such a way as to give the perception that they are bigger men than they physically are.
Yeah.
This is important because when you put Eddie Guerrero in the ring with, whether it be Bradshaw or Farouk, Eddie and Chavo also look like the cruiserweights they are. But Eddie has that heat, that fire, that vigor about him to where that he can bring the offense to the bigger guys and actually make a dent in it, right? I bring this up because when Eddie hits the Three Amigos on Bradshaw, he tags in Chavo and allows Chavo to hit the frog splash and win the match 1, 2, 3. Because again, he's trying to prove a point. Yes, exactly. So post match, we cut to the back for an interview with the Intercontinental Champion, Jamie Noble. So, Jamie, holding his Intercontinental Championship, he talks toward the Regal counter threat, and he talks toward the MPAA. He lays out how that they took something from him. Not the title, but his clean record, his stand-up attitude that he has demonstrated with this title. But before he can lay out all the points of why this got to him, he gets laid out
Damn.
by Knight Test, Rook Nowinski, Bishop Storm, and King William does not touch him.
Mm.
He and Queen Terry, they just stand there as Queen Terry declares that this will continue until King William gets back what is rightfully his Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. So, in the back of this scene, we see The Rock and the Hurricane verbally going at it, and so the camera,
Group of guys.
the camera zooms in because it's such a fun part of history, especially on the road to WrestleMania 19.
For sure.
The very short-lived but impactful rivalry between the Hurricane and The Rock.
Absolutely.
It's legitimately Shane Helms' greatest victory in his career.
Without a doubt.
over The Rock. And so I just wanted to start laying the seeds for that which is to come.
Of course.
And I also really like having scenes bleed into scenes, because in real life, not only one thing happens at a time.
Yeah, it's valid.
So, after the camera zooms in on The Rock and the Hurricane's antics, we then cut to the ring, where Rey Mysterio is in the ring with his Cruiserweight Championship. So we missed his amazing entrance. As the viewing audience on TV, we missed it, but the live crowd
obviously saw
it. In Pittsburgh, they saw it. But the reason the champion is in ring first is because the Allentown, Pennsylvania native, Billy Kidman, is coming out to have an Excellence Initiative match, where if he can go 30 minutes with Rey Mysterio, he will then get a Cruiserweight Championship match down the line.
Of course.
But as I've already spoiled for the people who loyally watch this channel, Billy Kidman is a man without a country in Alpha Entertainment Worldwide Smackdown, and so he does not go the 30 minutes. At the 18-minute and 50-second mark, Rey Mysterio defeats Billy Kidman in his home area.
For sure.
Post-match, we see prison yard violence.
Oh, boy. I like this.
So, in real life, and as a matter of fact, I believe it started in December in real life, we saw vignettes of an impending character who was locked up in Australia. That was revealed to be Nathan Jones. And at the end of this prison beatdown hype package, we see the name Nathan Jones at the end. And that's important because I delayed the introduction of the Nathan Jones character because I know that he was not ready for his debut at WrestleMania. That's why they took him out of the tag team match that he was scheduled to be in on the pre-show.
It's okay, though. Undertaker's so good he beat two people by himself.
That is true, he did. But in our world, The Undertaker had a different protege already, being Chuck Palumbo, so I don't even give Nathan Jones that spot, period. That's why I also delayed the introduction of the character.
Fair enough.
So, up next we have the original grade A quality 3-on-3 Team Extreme Tornado match. This time, it is the Iron Addicts, who are mad on behalf of their friend Jamie Noble, who got jumped both last week's main event and earlier in the night.
Absolutely.
They are aggressive and going crazy while fighting the champions, that being Booker T, Scott Steiner, and Kevin Nash. And while these guys are not as seasoned as the best first generation,
by no means,
what they are is determined because of their
fire in their heart for their friend.
Exactly. And with that, unexpectedly, Mark Jindrak pins Kevin Nash. He defeats Kevin Nash, and so previously, every champion had gone the distance or won their match before time limit. Until Eddie went the distance and earned a title shot. Well, this time, it's the first time that challengers have defeated the champions, and Mark Jindrak defeats Kevin Nash, which then subsequently also earns them a title shot. Yes. And so this is happening because of, well, WrestleMania is on the horizon, and we need challengers.
Need bodies.
Yes. Well, and I just used the heat of the friendship stuff to get the fire lit.
Yep.
After that 3-on-3 encounter, we have a traditional 2-on-2 match where the Deadly Riders, Chuck Palumbo and The Undertaker, they are out to prove that they're not worried about this punishment that they are undertaking, because on Monday, exactly, because here tonight they are taking on the two largest members of the Regal Counter Threat, that being Rook Nowinski and Night Test, and Chuck Palumbo wins the match for his team by defeating Rook Nowinski.
Good stuff.
Even though Bishop Storm, King William, and Queen Terry are out there,
yeah, but
it's still the Undertaker
and Palumbo.
Exactly, so nothing to worry about here. So, before we get to the final match, the main event, which is the White Boy Challenge,
yes,
we have to have the Rock concert
I know
en route to WrestleMania. So Rock, if I was allowed to use clips, I would use the exact clip where he's making fun of Steve Austin playing the guitar, because it's priceless and there's nothing that needs changed about it.
Yep.
And so just know that I'm not allowed to do that anytime.
Here's a picture, pause this video, go watch that video, come back, and hey, welcome back.
Exactly. Thank you, sir. That was perfect. In the main event, the MPAA, well, they're not at ringside with Rodney Mack. Only Teddy Long is there because of Farouk and Bradshaw getting their behinds handed to them by Los Guerreros,
of course.
Eddie and Chavo, in the opening of the show. So, Rodney is by himself in ring without the two heavies of the APA.
Of course.
Teddy's there, but he's not really.
I'm about to say, it pushes him to shove. Teddy's walking in the other direction.
Exactly. And so, while Rodney Mack is in ring with his title, waiting for his challenger, we hear
Nathan Jones.
Stand back.
Hurricane.
There's a hurricane coming through. Yeah, no, so Nathan Jones was just a teaser saying he's coming, at some point. I was about to say,
I couldn't remember where we were at in the defenses.
But, right. Now, Rodney Mack's still building his resume for the Hall of Fame.
Got it, of course. Hall of Fame wrestler Rodney Mack.
So, Rodney Mack defeats the Hurricane in the main event of the evening.
Damn, after all that motivation from The Rock.
but Hurricane does, he does great work, but Rodney Mack is,
No, it's all good. Hall of Fame resume.
Exactly, yeah. Hall of Fame resume. You're with it.